Is he sleeping in our yard? What? The struggler. He's sleeping in the yard. So welcome back to Every Trade Behind the Build. I hope you're well, guys. Hope you've had a lovely week and are having a nice weekend whenever you're watching. As you can see there, our grab aggregates and recycling yard is flowing nicely. I'm actually happy because the dig is off, but Alan, our machine driver, is still managing to keep the operation going. We've sent over a labourer because you can't really have one person operating machinery on their own for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's still moving along, which is good. It makes me happy when parts of our business operate without key personnel. So yeah, the dig's back next week. Busy week this week coming up. A lot to unpack. I might talk about the news that Mr. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗗𝗓 has announced that he's not putting out weekly episodes anymore, which I'm actually, obviously, pretty gutted about. But yeah, we'll talk about that later on. Another weekend and another van broken into. This is one of our guys that's been done before, so luckily all of his tools were inside his house, apart from his multi-tool, which has been stolen. But it's bad enough when it happens anytime. Bad enough for us because we've got to pay for the repairs, but bad for the actual owner or the operator of the van, because in this case, he's got a lot going on in his personal life. He's having a tough time, and he really didn't need it, but that's life. We'll help him, we'll support him, obviously. But yeah, something needs to happen, but will it ever? Probably not. Over on Project Chorser, this is our design and build extension. We're nearly there now, nearly at the end of that project. Last 10%, and that's always the bit where it feels like the job slows down. So let's check in at Project Chorser and see how that one is going. Yeah, that one is close to being over the line, thank goodness, because we need to divert the manpower into other projects. As I keep saying, we're very busy. We're very lucky that we're so busy, because I know a lot of people aren't busy. But yeah, we are proper stat. I'm on my way to Preferred Joinery, our bespoke joinery company that you guys know Alex and I own. I'm going to check in. I want to meet Mark, our new sales guy. I'm going to meet Mr. Riddick, and then we're going to go over to Emperor Lettings, our letting shop, and have a little sit down with Lindsay, our property manager. So yeah, let's crack on and see what this day brings. So I've landed at Preferred now, and I tell you what, one thing's for sure, they've had a good tidy up here. I mean, look at this, the operation's growing, and there's not that many weeds on the ground. Also, check this bad boy out. Hands looking tidy. There's the boys. There's Richard. Best teeth in the game. Oh yes. Check this out. New signs. I need to persuade Alex to paint the outside of that. The units. But Alex makes a fair point in that it's not ours. We've got a lease with the council. We tried our hardest to buy all of these units here, this entire estate, because it's basically been left to go to ruin, and we think we could turn it into something really vibrant for us and for other businesses, create jobs. But yeah, the council just not engaging with us. But yeah, how good does the van look? Don't forget, Preferred Joinery episode every Saturday morning. It's belting, where you get to see craftsmanship, but you also get to see behind the build of a business, which is why I know a lot of you guys watch our stuff. So yeah, let's have a look. That's it, yeah, being built.
Listen, mate, it might be easier if I just text you the number so you don't have to write it down and stuff like that.
So yes, inside the factory with Mr. Riddick now. They're just saying I don't come to Liverpool enough, and I should do really, because obviously we've got a lot going on here. But look at Preferred here. This factory is ram-packed, and what's nice as well is that we're getting a lot of jobs that are every trade jobs as well. Just look at this. So let me just spin it round here now. So I'll have to blur out the address, but that door there
is that one there.
Is that there? And that is for an every trade customer. It's mega.
Nice, isn't it?
So obviously, what Preferred are really good at are doing anything that's one of one.
So that was a photo. That's how you find a photo. So it comes as a picture saying, "Can you copy?" It is there for that.
Oh yeah.
So can you copy that door there? We basically done it like for like, and you can see there for that.
It is. Yeah.
Same colour.
Yeah.
Same style.
Yeah.
Same everything. Perfect. Just off an image.
Yeah.
Perfect, isn't it?
What's mad though is that job came about. We were doing a refurb there. I don't think we actually put it on the channel. And one of our guys smashed a pane of glass, didn't he? Which we said, look, we'll replace. And she said, well, don't worry, because we're actually
looking for a new door.
And she went, do you know anyone that does bespoke timber doors like that? And we're like, oh yeah, we own a company that does it. And a lot of people don't actually know the connection between Heavy Trade and Preferred. But what's really good is a lot of YouTube subscribers, aren't they, using us.
Yeah. So there's a YouTube job on at the moment, which Devo's working on, which I'll probably show you in a minute.
Yeah.
And we'd already done all the windows on it. Now we're doing the internal panels shuttering to go around the windows. And again, it's a YouTube job.
Yeah, and we're also doing another job, hopefully, for Tony from A&E.
Oh, yeah. So that's about to come off as well, so it's a good one.
Waiting for him to press the button. So if you're watching Tony, get that one instructed.
Yeah, because as I said, like at the minute we were speaking before, and he obviously about lead times, there's another 2 big jobs that are coming off. One, again in Manchester, won't disclose the area yet, but it's a World Heritage Site.
Yeah.
That's a big one coming off for us. No.
Oh, I'll say that. Oh, sorry. I'll have to beat that out.
You have to beep it.
Yeah.
So we're disclosing with us, they just blew it up. So we had that's a good one, that. And we're about to start that anyway, so our lead times are just growing. So if anyone's watching and wants anything doing,
get the order in now, yeah, because that's what we were just talking about there, is that a lot of people, it's funny because Mike thinks it's a Manchester thing, but everybody wants the job straight away, but you just literally can't make products like these in overnight, because you got to wait for the glass, you got to wait for the timber to come in, and obviously it takes time to do anything hand crafted. But I don't know if you remember the early episodes, but we used to come down to Preferred Joinery once a week, and that's when we decided. Yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, you've been
encapsulated.
That's lovely. That. So that was their glass.
So that's the customer's glass off their old windows inside.
Yeah.
They took them out, given to us. We've sent them off then to get encapsulated, which means there's a piece of glass either side to form a double glazed unit, and then you get put back in brand new casements then.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Everywhere you look in this factory, there's jobs. There's another one for the same job, I assume. Just waiting to go out.
Money sitting around on the walls.
Yeah, it's literally, yeah. Well, it's true, isn't it? Because obviously, we'll make them as fast as we can, and then we find out that the customer actually isn't ready for the job yet.
Here's
so we've
a perfect one for you.
Yeah.
The door that's down on the bottom there, this customer was very persistent in getting his own ironmongery, the bottom white one. And that's been sitting there now for 6 weeks. because he still hasn't got what he hasn't delivered what he wants. So it's just like the special letterbox, which we could have got ourselves.
Yeah.
But I think he's just slowing it down now.
Yeah,
He's sitting there on the floor waiting to go out. It's done. Just need his ironmongery to do it.
So what do you reckon now in terms of where we are with preferred joinery from when we bought it? How long ago have we had it now?
It's coming up to 2 years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 2 years, I think, now.
Yeah.
It's 2 years.
Do you reckon we've made some good strides with it?
I think in terms of getting it modernised and getting systems in place that we're already there, but now more on computers. We've done all of that. Done a few little bits like cosmetic wise, like made the factory a bit brighter, white walls. We want to try and obviously paint it right way through the floor and stuff in the future, but at the minute, as you can see, there's products everywhere, we can't get it done. The vans are being wrapped, new signage up, moved the office outside, make that old office a spray booth, took new members of staff on, which is good, needs you growing. So I think in terms of that, we're going in the right direction. Just need to try and fine tune a few other things now.
But when we took this business over, we realised straight away that we couldn't just overnight turn the whole thing around, because you don't want to rock the boat too much. So I'm pretty proud of what we've managed to do here by bit, especially you, because you've been on the ground all the time. Yeah,
now bear in mind, like we were speaking about this before, me and Chris, so we take on all these ventures and people must watch us and think, wow, they're doing this, they're doing that, and we take nothing out of this.
Not a penny,
We're doing it, not for the love, but we're doing it because we see the long-term benefits of doing it, and we're bolting into all existing
we want this one group of companies that all feeds each other, and then ultimately that profit goes into property, which when we're older, we'll live off, hopefully, if we ever retire. But it's good, So it's really, for me, as always having operational businesses, to actually have a business where we're making a physical product, where there's people here working on the factory floor, making a quality product, that's in demand. There's not that many companies making bespoke joinery products across the UK. There is a lot, but it's not loads.
You should do a little trial, So on a lot of builders watch the YouTube channel of Every Trade and on Instagram. So I reckon we should do a little trial. So if the builder's watching and you want anything to do with bespoke joinery, whether it's doors, stairs, windows, come on to us in an email or whatever and mention that you watch it on YouTube, and we'll give you a special discount.
And don't forget as well, if you're not subscribed to the Preferred Joinery channel, then Saturday mornings, what time? 8 o'clock, isn't it? 9.
9.
Saturday mornings are good, really good. And you get to see behind the business, like I said before, but the actual guys in action. Anyway, my arm is ailing. We've got meetings to crack on with as well, haven't we?
Gonna go for you?
I've got to look at Devo. Yeah. Trouble is with Preferred, it's noisy. Isn't it? There's the main man. Devo. You didn't look happy then. Oh, you can't do that on my channel.
So there's them shutters getting done there now. See Devo?
What are these then?
They're internal shutters going on a bay window.
Oh, okay, something different,
Nice job.
That's an Every Trade customer, it's someone that knows from Every Trade, isn't it?
YouTube one,
Oh yeah.
So I'll show you that now.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's the job there. That's what we're making them panels going on the bottom there, and then the shutters, there's the bay window, as you can see. That's what we're on with now.
So busy factory, but get your orders in. Preferred Joinery, website's live.
Subscribe as well.
Yeah. Because, to tell you what, one thing I noticed, you never get any comeback on the work. The quality of the work machine is bang on. Still handmade. Yeah, we've got some machines in here, but we're not using dead modern CNCs yet or anything like that. Although that's on the agenda, but it's handcrafted by very skilled tradesmen. I love this business. Day in Liverpool, done and dusted. We always cram a lot in, Alex and I, when we're together. So I'm pretty exhausted now on my way back. But it's I'm listening to a book actually called Good to Great. If you've not read it or you've not listened to it, I listen to stuff on Audible. It's brilliant. There's so much that you can apply to your businesses. It's been around for years, and I've always heard people refer to it, and I've said their books are inspired by it. But I've never actually listened to it until now, because I try and listen to a couple of books a week whilst I'm driving or whatever, and you get through loads. I always listen before bed as well. So yeah, good to great. Check it out. I wanted to give a little shout out to our mate, our loyal subscriber, and probably the most famous man on YouTube who's not got a channel, Mr. Gary Sides. Hello to you guys that follow me, D&J, and a lot of the other channels, Baxenden. You'll notice that Gary is a loyal follower, a loyal subscriber, and often puts really good comments on. Well, he's going through a bit of a tough time, and he's having a bit of treatment done. I just wanted to wish him all the best and let him know that his YouTube family are behind him, and he has easily got this in the bag, and we look forward to seeing you probably at Hillhead again next year, mate. But all the best, Gary. You're a top man, and we're with you, pal. That's me done for the day. Back tomorrow, hopefully. So welcome to New HQ. As you can see, we are making some tasty progress. Got the dream team here, smashing up. And you'll remember, here, that was the old office, and I'm stood in our new part of the offices. It's actually worked out loads bigger than I thought it would, which is a bonus, because I was a little bit worried that it'd be a bit of a squeeze. So this is going to be KTM's office, which is deliberately been put here because it's right next to the main operation. So we're going to have loads of glass here, so we'll be able to interact with our kid and TB and whoever's going to be working in that bit. If you come down here, this is my office. Now, I'm looking at that window, and I said in last week's episode, I thought that was too big, but actually I do like the size of it. So I'm going to divide it up with the window frame so I can see what's happening right down there in the workshop. So my office will end about here. Look at that, eh? Can you believe that's my little nephew? And through here, there'll be a wall here, and this will be the meeting room. So again, really nice feature window, but we're going to soundproof it as well. So we'll be able to see out into there, but we're going to bring customers in here, potential investors in here, whoever wants to come in, and we're going to have a big screen there where we can demo their design. And yeah, again, this has turned out bigger than I expected. You've just seen the progress we've been making on Project 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗧. We've got so much going on at the moment, I'm trying to remember it all. Project 𝗕𝗨𝗧, that's cracking on. That'll be ready for the floor very soon. We've got to manage all of our labour, but I'm pleased to say that a lot of our new recruits are working out very well so far, which I'm really pleased about. So yeah, we're getting all the stud work. We didn't actually intend to have joiners on this week, but one of our jobs got stood down because we found some pretty serious structural issues. That's Project Dudley 2.0. So we've got to get rhino piling in to do some knuckle piles, which is something I've not done before. So we might actually go down there next week if that all goes to plan. But yeah, really happy, and I think this is going to take shape pretty quickly because we've got quite a lot of labour we're going to throw at it. So all these external walls we're going to frame out and put PIR insulation in so they're nice and warm, because I think because it's just this single shell sort of modular building, it'll be freezing in the winter and probably boiling in the summer. So we're going to insulate the life out of these, put a full ceiling through here. I'm really pleased it's actually come together really well. So I didn't film yesterday, I was actually in London filming the FMB, so that's the Federation of Master Builders podcast, which was really interesting. They asked me to come on because obviously they've seen the YouTube and know that I do quite a bit on Instagram, and they want to talk to builders about how they can leverage a social media platform and profile to try and find more building work. And that's something that I feel quite strongly about, because they asked me what my social media accounts are worth to me, and I don't think you can put a price on it. I think you'd be talking millions of pounds, because that's how much work we've won from our Instagram page alone. And don't get me wrong, it's not a massive account. We've got 23,000 followers, but it's probably made us tens of millions of pounds over the years. I'm not exaggerating, it's crazy. Also this week, you guys, like me, probably love Ashville's content, and you've probably seen that he said that he's going to stop putting out weekly episodes, which I, for one, am pretty good about. That's the first thing I do on a Sunday. 8 o'clock, wake up, watch that, then watch Baxenden, and then I watch Dave at midday, because I love YouTube. I think YouTube for me is a big part of my life, hence the reason why I wanted to contribute to the space. I don't really watch TV, I watch the news and football, but I watch YouTube the rest of the time. You can learn from it, and you can obviously be entertained by it. And for him to actually say that he's not going to put out weekly episodes for his own reasons, he's saying he basically feels like he's flogging a bit of a dead horse, and maybe he's struggling for content, but maybe he's just tired of doing it. I can get it. I think he'll be back because I know what we make from YouTube, which isn't a lot, but I can pretty much work out what he would probably make from YouTube. Plus he gets all the brand deals he gets. I think that he'll be back, and I hope he's back because he's contributed a lot to the industry, a lot of inspiration to people like me, you know, probably similar sized businesses in different ways, but to see how other people run their businesses, it's nice to see, and I hope that in one way, shape or form, he'll be back. But there's plenty more content out there, plenty more to watch. You never know, might help our channel grow a little bit, who knows? It all depends on the algorithm. But yeah, good luck to Daniel, whatever he's doing. So in this bit here, this will be our main operational bit. So like we've got in HQ now with the bank of desks, and I'm going to block this doorway up here and extend this wall a little bit, because this is going to be our wall of duty. All the screens, I'm going to try this time to get screens that match and have them all uniformed as well. This here is going to be Danny B's office, the man that's too good looking to be on camera. So he's actually smashed it here, because the way we've divided it up, it's going to have 2 windows, but it was just the only other way we could work. But we're going to put a big piece of glass in here so the natural light will still flood in. And then through here, this is going to be like a breakout kitchen area where we're going to make copious amounts of cups of tea. We've also got the CCTV here, and we're also going to have a server in here and stuff like that, where all the IT is going to come back to. But this again is bigger than I thought. It didn't look as big on camera. We're going to put a false ceiling in, and we're going to fill loads of insulation, like I said before, so it's nice and thermally sound, so we're not too cold and we're not too hot. But I'm also going to put an air conditioning system. I'm going to speak to my mate, 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗗𝗓, Rick, who does a lot of our air conditioning, and see if he'll help us out and put an air conditioning system in, but I'll also pump out warm air in the winter. So yeah, it's good progress. We're that busy this week on the breakdown side of things. Dale is also off again. I don't like this time of year. People like to holidays, but everyone deserves a break. But we've called in the professional struggler again. He's been cracking on getting our 8-wheel tipper ready for MOT, which said we let it lapse and we didn't realise there's quite a lot of issues because we had a pre-MOT test on it. Anyway, Struggle's come over. and it took that long. This is what I love about a guy. He's mad enough to do it, but he's such a good guy. He actually stayed overnight in his van in our yard. I offered to put him up in a hotel, wouldn't have it. But yeah, so he started on one day and he's finished today. So let's go and check in with Chris Allen, the professional struggler, to see how we got on.
So I jump into the frying pan coming here. I've just had a look at that, it's got a leak on the boom there. And as well, the 5-ton machine has lost a track. The track's come off it, the rubber track. See that there? I've got to take this plate out here, get the grease nipple out so it lets the pressure off that. And then try and bar that in a bit so then we can lever that bloody rubber track on. Right then, I've just looked at the list. I've got power steering pipes to change. I've got a ram ball joint knuckle to change on yon side. There's markers out, and this is just the list what he's wrote, obviously.
Hello everybody, it is I, the struggler. Look at this, look everybody. The pipe, the new pipe is too short. Ah dear. Life, Hollywood, doesn't get any better, mate, does it? Life doesn't get any better, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's okay on Every Trade channel. Is all well? Have you heard about Asheville? He's on about stopping his weeklies, everyone. Don't know why. Poor Asheville. I don't know what to do here then, Hollywood, now. I might have to just try it, haven't I?
So what are those pipes for?
These are power steering pipes.
Oh, okay.
And they've made it really overcomplicated because that's what people do, isn't it? They make it overcomplicated for some reason. You could have just had a hydraulic pipe, you see, from that one to that one, but instead they have all this rommel on it so they can charge you like thousands for it. That's it, that's what this is, you see, that's what people do. I'm a bit contemplating now if this will fit them because it's shorter. It's going to be a... No, it's not going to reach. Not going to reach, man.
So you're gonna have to order a new pipe then, or?
Yeah. I have to order the right pipe, a longer pipe. Yeah, because that one's even longer, the other end. I didn't know whether he got the wrong end, but he hadn't.
Can't be having short pipes, can we?
No, mate. No good, that ain't. God, it's only a few inch, look. Well, that few inch makes all the difference, mate. No, Hollywood. I know what you're thinking there. Don't. Yes, so I'll have to ring up Volvo then, won't I?
Parts department.
Hello, parts department. I'm ringing up for Every Trade. They got some power steering pipes off you, some metal hoses and a flexi hose for a lorry. Do you recall that, or will one of your staff members recall it? Well, it was on the 22nd anyway, it was, of this month. The pipe is too short by about 6 inch. Also, it's gone up by 70 quid for them few inches longer. Oh, Jesus. The crack is, people, now is we're waiting. The part's not going to get delivered till tomorrow morning because, and as well, right, that pipe there, that pipe is about 3 or 4 inches too short. And the price difference for the 3 or 4 inches extra is £70. So that was £100, the other one is £170. For a hydraulic pipe. Yeah, and it's going to get delivered tomorrow morning, so I'm going to have to sleep in my bus tonight, I think, so I can finish it off tomorrow morning, obviously. I know I would do anyway. I'm all kit out. I ain't got my Fosters, though. So Hollywood's got to take me to a shop to get my Fosters. Or tell me where the shop is. So that's that, then. Right, I've got that new pipe on there, look. It's still too short. Too short by a long shot. Look, that's how much it's short by. So, I'm just going to have to put the old one on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the old one on. I am. It looks like there's nothing wrong with that old one, so I'm just going to put it on.
Right, say bye-bye to that one, say hello to this one. Right, that's on. I don't know why I took both tops off, they all lead to the same pot anyway. No, that's me. No. Right guys, update on this. Let me switch this off, can't hear myself think, man. Yeah, so update on this is, what is it? What's happened? Oh, that's it. Where did we get to? I don't know where we got to. The pipe was wrong, obviously. Wrong length, wasn't it? So Volvo came, bought me out another pipe. But the other pipe they bought me out was completely wrong. It had a metal bit joining it. That's why it was £70 more. Because it's got this metal bit as well. So that was completely wrong. So I gave the old pipe that I'd taken off there and the 2 new pipes back to the Volvo man. He went back to Volvo. And then the Volvo man rang me up and says, the part number we've give you, this new pipe here, is the correct one for this vehicle. And the pipe that you've given me off this is an aftermarket pipe been made up. So I'm like, yeah, but the lens, this one won't physically fit. And he's like, well, that's the one that's listed for it, so I can't really do much about it. So what I've done is, I tried fitting that one, but it was too short. Even like I tried fitting it, I thought, can I reroute it anywhere? No, it was 4 inches too short, 3 inches too short. So in the end, I just fitted the old pipe, didn't I? Because there was nothing really wrong with the pipe, as I know of. But the end was like loose on it. So obviously I fitted the new metal pipe and then fitted the old pipe to it. And I've had it strike up, I've had it lock to lock, and it's not leaking. It's just the parts, you see. I don't understand how it can work. Like, that's the correct one for it, but it's 4 inches too short. But it physically, you can't get. I had it on that side, the new pipe, and it was literally, no matter how straight of a thing you go, it doesn't reach it by 4 inches. Don't ask me. I'm just a stupid mechanic that has to try and fit this shit, innit? You know what I mean? When it doesn't, I don't know. But anyway, we've got the old pipe on there, and that's it really for the update on the struggler. Have a good weekend, guys, everyone on Every Trade channel. Poor struggler, and look at him. Pulley deck. You
know what's crazy? The lads have said pretty much every single piece of timber on this job has had a bow in it or is twisted. The quality of timber these days is so bad. They've had to lie it flat and weigh it down to try and get it back the other way for some of these partitions. Nuts, innit? Over in Liverpool, Alex is going to show you his second house that he purchased, and we've decided, if you guys are interested, please let us know if you are, that we're going to bring you next week a little bit of how Alex's journey started, how my journey started, and how we got together and basically where we want to go. Hollywood's actually off next week, so we're going to do that. It'll be an easy one to shoot, but I know a lot of you guys will enjoy it, so let us know if you want to see that next week and we'll put that together. So let's go over to Liverpool and see Alex's second house. He's going to talk to you more about being an electrician and making that jump into being a property developer.
So welcome back to Liverpool on the 4th. Today, let's show you another little step back in time. So whilst we're doing all the maintenance period, where we're going through all the old student houses, getting them renovated a little bit better, a little bit of upkeep, some upgrades before the next ones move in on the 1st of August. This was my second ever HMO. So you've seen the other week, my first ever HMO. This one was my second ever one, and this one was when I took the leap and I ended up working on it full time. So rather than pay people to come here and do the work, I thought I can do most of it myself anyway. So me and my dad set out, and we did. We've done most of it ourselves, apart from fitting the boiler, done the plastering, but I've done all the boarding, all the stud work, everything myself with my dad. And the two of us tackled it over a 6-month period, and it was amazing. Probably we done it for like 52 grand or something to build, cheap. Obviously we weren't paying ourselves, and my dad done it for the will of love. And as I say, but there's a few little things that have happened this year. Again, Cadence. You know, Cadence and me, my history of Cadence up to now. We're doing an upgrade in the street, and they ripped out and decided, because we couldn't have the electric meter, the gas meter underneath the stairs anymore to put it behind the door. So they just ripped up the flags, as you can see there, not even put back down properly. Nice big dirty pipe burst through the wall. And then I've had to now do boxing in on the other side of the wall to hide their dirty meter. That dirty meter. So I would say we have to now do this boxing in. Now the fire panel was there, and I don't know, the gas meter's so close to the fire alarm panel that we've had to now build this cupboard all the way down. Now the alarm panel's behind, so we have to put a sign out on the front of here saying the panel is behind there. Ideally it should be on show. Shouldn't be behind there again. Well, I don't know what else we can do. We even have to cut that out there so we can get that in. So tight. Like, there would have been better places to put it if they would have spoke to us, and they never. They just come in, knocked on, students let them in, and bang, they cracked on with it. But what we've done this summer is replace this floor. This was an old laminate floor going through. We did the kitchen area 2 years ago, but we didn't have time last year because the students were back to back. We only had 2 days to basically clean the property, do light touch maintenance. But this year, got the 4 weeks, so we've gone, right, let's tile. So we replaced the floor in this area because it's all rotted, lifted that up, sorted that, and then we tiled right the way through. And then in here, we took the tiles right through as well, because this was all laminate. And as I say, in here, it was a little bit worse. What we found is there was a air vent letting water in because it was too low down, and water was just passing through when it was raining. All underneath was soaking wet, and the timbers were rotted to death. You could actually smell it quite bad. It still smells a little bit damp now at the minute, but once it's painted through, it'll be sound. So we've replaced the full floor again with new ep2 timber, T&G boards that you see us do when we do the new floors on the other shooting houses, and then now we've tiled through. But I say the lads are here now today. All our maintenance bits are done, but the lads are here today to just go through now and paint all the walls and get it looking spick and span. But yeah, I'll show you around upstairs in a minute, but this was the first ever second ever HMO, and I remember dabbing all these walls myself. Not proper square then. Happy with that. So yeah, in here, just sitting here now chilling. But in here, I remember some of the decision making that I was making at the time and how labour intensive it was compared to what we do now. But decent details, to be fair, like even all the walls. So we wanted to keep, well, I wanted to keep some exposed brick, and at the time it was like a little bit of an in thing. People still do it today, but we've stopped doing it now. But keeping exposed brick walls, but rather than do like a varnish effect like most people do, I wanted to just paint it the same colour code as what I wanted to do, but still have the brick showing through a bit. So that's how we come up with that detail. And then I wanted to have some industrial type look and feel, so I went for the conduit effect, which you can see there, and a nice little light submarine light used, or shipyard light. And because I was a spark, even though I'm a retired spark now, I thought, you know, I'll get me little pipe vise out and that and do all my stuff, and got it all boxed. So it took me about 2 days to do it, like on and off, but I've done it, got it boxed anyway. And then the walls were the most labour intensive part, getting it to cut in nice with the ceiling. My dad had to deal with all that. But as I say, this project, I've done some decent things, like, and I remember getting up in the morning, me and my dad just going, getting here, no pressure, just the two of us working together. It was great, had some good times. And we built this house, and I learned a lot. And as I said, it was a spark on site, but I could still do quite a few of the bits. My dad's quite handy too. So between us, we did everything, put all the steels in, done everything, all the floors, the full shebang, and then we just got help where it was needed on stuff that I couldn't do, which is like the plumbing side of things. I got Ben and Josh to help me on that. Got a bit of help on the dormer. Josh helped me on that, putting the doors on, and the frame and all that in. They helped me on that too. And then, as I say, the skimming. Got the skimming done by Danny, one of my other mates. But everything else, we boxed ourselves, and I was on a tight budget as always. Tried to keep it down as minimal as possible. And 52 grand, done it all with furniture, which is like impossible. Obviously we didn't pay ourselves for them 6 months to do it, so that's why it come down a lot cheaper, but stack financially that. And I've refinanced this house twice since I've had it, and doesn't stand me, it doesn't owe me any money, pays me every single month. It's just a good earning. I say all we need to do now is keep it in a top shape, and it's been a little bit tired the past couple of years because it's been getting battered by a couple of groups. So that's why we've done what we've done downstairs with the tiling, and that's why the painters are here now as well, because they're going to hit the whole house again right the way through, fully paint it, and then we'll do a full deep clean all the way down, and then it'll be good as gold. Then still got the arse slats in there, which I'll probably upgrade them next year now, I think, but for now they'll do. So another one in these tracks as well, I forgot to mention. So obviously now we do Preferred Joinery, don't we? Preferred Joinery actually did these stairs for me back then, which is what, like 7 years ago now? 6-7 years ago. I'll say the existing stairs stayed in, but this set of stairs coming up, Preferred did them, and I can remember Mike going through it on site, and my head was baffled trying to work out how to get the levels right, and he was like, yeah, you need to put that there, and he ended up having to build like a little bit of a split landing, like a half landing drop, just to get that extra step, because we couldn't get it in, because the head height was all over the show, and it was going to be too encroaching on that door. So to work it out right, I had to build the little half landing dropped to act as another step, which now looking back was easy, but it took me about 2 days to get my head around it. But you can see the existing brick wall here as well, so that one got a bit of a varnish on, even though the room's got the paint, just to keep the authentic feel going up and in. But I think I'd done it once, didn't do it again. It's just this house where we done it. But yeah, again, mad stepping back in time there. So yeah, I remember that little detail we did there, keeping the steel in. Building inspector let us do it, and then kept the chimney breasts on show like that. Nice little detail. And as I say, the time was spent getting all the mortar to match in where the plasterboard was. It was hard work by the time it spent doing that, like, to be fair. Kept a little bit of timber in there, it's trying to be clever. You know what I mean? Looking at back now is the stuff that we just never do anymore than I did back then, but we learned quite a lot. And looking at the laminate floor so we got another 2 or 3 years in it, and then this might need changing because it was the cheap one I picked. It was from B&Q, like £8 a metre or something. Just cost saving everywhere it could, whereas now we don't do that. We'll buy the best product we can get for what we need, so that lasts and stands the test of time. It's not worth changing again in the future. This is what I've learned now. But as I say, the Emperor office, Lindsay and Ray, both hard at it, busy. Lindsay's working hard now, getting all the deposits boxed off with all the tenants who've moved out of properties like this. We have to then go through all the damages, what they've done, compared to what it was like when he first moved in, work out the costs, send it over, get it approved. If it doesn't, go to dispute. So Lindsay's knee deep in that at the minute, getting that sorted. Once that period's done, it's good then. We can start pushing the Emperor home shop, which is what we want to try and focus on more, which is trying to get new landlords and people who want to sell their properties. So if you do know anyone who has got a property that they're looking to sell, or they've got a property that they rent out and might be with a current managing agent, come and speak to us, because we're going to offer referral fees for anyone who introduces us to someone, but also we're going to give discount on a couple of months worth of management fees. We'll manage it if you sign up to us for like 12 months, for example, we'll give it a couple of months management fee for free, just to try and grow that side of things. At the minute, it's predominantly managing our own stock. It's made up by about 25% of external people. The other 75% is property that myself and Chris own, that is put through the books, which is managed, so it's basically self-sufficient. But as I say, we're going to try and drive that brand now to the shops, and more or less done. Going to get it pushed on and move forward. But as I say, yeah, student year, student checkout's nearly over. I can't wait to get to the 1st of August. So with all that being said, I'm back over to Manny.
So earlier this week we got some pretty horrific news. One of our team members who has worked for me for 8-9 years, he's been on the episodes, I'm not going to mention his name out of privacy, but he basically, his daughter has died at 19, and we all love him very much, and we just feel so bad for him. And the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I'm so proud of my company in this situation. I'm so proud of the 𝗕𝗕𝗓𝗓 family, because when we found out, we got the call, I was pretty taken aback. She's been ill for a while, but she was on the mend, and we got the call, and it was horrific. And I put a message out to the guys, and I just said, look, this has happened. This person's not going to be in for a while for obvious reasons. But if they do come in, because that's some people's coping mechanisms, please can we make sure that we just look after him and we're there for him. And I said, let's do a whip round for him, just so he's not worried about money, because he's a single parent at this time. And I said also that whatever we raise, me and Alex will match. And yeah, we've raised over £5 so everyone, like, not small amounts of money as well, throwing in. The apprentices putting £100 in. Unbelievable. Pretty much every person, to a man and woman, has donated. And I sat down with him today, which I'm glad, because I was so worried about him. We all have been, because he went quiet for a bit and he wants to come back into work a week on Monday, which is fine. We'll look after him. He said he wants to be around his mates. And he said, I also need to save up to pay for the funeral. And I said, mate, you don't. We've got it covered for you. And my company, the people that work for it, the family, and it is a family, and I've said that all along, we've got you covered. And he was blown away. Proud guy, but blown away, because I think what was so good for him was that he knew that he's got people around him that care for him. And yeah, I'm so proud of my team for whipping everything they've got together, big amounts of money, and just rallying round and sorting it out and buzzing. I tell you what, if you've got, doesn't matter all the knocks, and you know, it doesn't matter about all the challenges you get, when you've like got a workforce that looks out for each other like that. And this is not the first time we've done something like this, and it knocked me over. I'm so proud. But yeah, not sure if he's watching. You know you are, mate. You're not on your own. We've got you. The Every Trade family's got you. So yeah, just thought I'd mention it because so proud.
So here we are, Loft Social. Guys have been smashing it out, stud work going up. And if we take a walk along here, guys are in there just plyboard in the ticket office, plyboard finish. Round into the toilet cubicles, got door liners to go in there. Stud work gone up for game zones over here and over there, which will be more of the same. Plyboard round here, plyboard along there, plyboard along there. Yeah, let's follow up next week and see how we get on.
So the prodigal son has returned. And as you can see there, we've been looking after his baby, the Loft Social project, in his absence, you haven't been over there yet, or have you been over?
I have. It looks good.
Yeah, you happy with what we've done?
I met the client over there before and just took all the credit for everything
Did you?
going on. But yeah, no, it looks good.
How was your holiday?
Amazing. Like, so good.
Where'd you go?
Went to Naples.
Oh.
Got the boat over to Ischia, which is a little island off the coast of Naples. Back to an island called Procida. Back to Naples, then down to a few places on the Amalfi Coast, which Hollywood will agree is the best place. It's so good.
Tell you what, it's like the opposite. I just basically do like a all-inclusive and we don't move off the resort.
I think I might do that next time.
Really? You can do that?
No, not all-inclusive, but maybe stay in 1 or 2 places.
Not with your ADHD?
I know, yeah. I did 5 different places and it was a lot in a couple of weeks, but it was so good. Like,
but you're back and you're refreshed?
Feel refreshed, yeah. Ready to go.
I'll be honest, even my wife said it. She noticed that my mood wasn't right because you weren't here. I know it's a bit weird for you, that, but I do miss him. And it's so much better. The business runs better when he's here.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, he does. It's just
Danny smashed it as well, though.
Everyone smashed it, and hopefully you've not come back to any beef, but it's just, I'll never take it working with him for granted because it just, the company works better when you're on it. Because you just sort of, how long have you been at it now for us? 13 years?
Too long. No, it's good. It's flowing on it.
You're not going to, and what I said about last week, you went travelling, you're not going to...
I have got a taste for it now.
So you're going to announce that you're backpacking again? Yeah. You're too old for that now.
No, I'm not doing that. Yeah. No, it's good. It's flowing on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good because we just keep changing things all the time, so that keeps you on your toes, keeps it fun.
Yeah, he's gone back to how many new starters?
I know, yeah, just keeps walking in. Oh, by the way, he's a new guy starting on Monday.
Basically, from going from not wanting to recruit to recruiting 4, maybe 5 new people, but we've got a lot of work, haven't we?
Mate, we need it. Yeah. We need it. It's good. And they're the right recruits as well. It looks like anyway.
Seen it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for another week at Every Trade. KTM's back next week properly, although Mr. Hollywood up to no good is not. So God knows what the episode will look like. But like I said, if you're interested in learning a bit more about mine and Alex's story, let us know in the comments and we'll maybe do a bit of a deep dive on that next week. Tough week at Every Trade, but we're pulled together and we're here. Fancy a pint?
100%.
Let's do it. Have a good week, guys.
Let's have it.